For recipe notifications, do not forget to subscribe to Get Curried and click on the bell icon. Zindgi Na Milegi Dobara is a film that's extremely close to my heart. It's a film that teaches you how to overcome fears, how to live each moment, but more importantly, how to cherish and indulge in friendship. There's a scene in the film where Hrithik Roshan makes Spanish Paella for Katrina Kaif. On that note, this is Varun Inamdar, and today in Khana Peena Aur Cinema, let's make Spanish Paella. Paella is a Valencian rice specialty which is extremely close and in fact holds a place of honor in the hearts and minds of Spanish. Well, it's a dish that has crustaceans, it has prawns, shrimp, it has squids, cuttlefish, chicken, chorizo, lots of other things. But for now, let's begin with chopping an onion. I'm going to follow this up with crushing cloves of some garlic. Let's roughly just run the knife over it. Well, legend has it that there are as many versions of paella as many chefs and home cooks in the world. So this, of course, is one of those many versions. For this, we need to begin with olive oil. Once the oil heats up, the first two things that go in are onion and garlic. Let's roughly saute this for a minute or so. And in the interim, let's roughly cut a red pepper. Let's transfer this to the onions and garlic. And along with this, I'm going to add in a very special ingredient, and that is the Spanish Chorizo. Allow this to saute for a minute or so. A paella is a mixture of a lot of meats and seafood. What we've begun with is the Spanish Chorizo, which is nothing but a pork sausage. To this, let's add in boneless pieces of chicken thigh. Just stir this lightly. And along with this, I'm going to add in squid, which has been cut into roundels. And along with this, cuttlefish, which has been cut roughly. Let's give this a mix. Well, this movie, yes, is one of my most favorites, but also is this dish. To this, let's add in tomato puree. One of the most important flavorings of this dish, which is a Spanish paella, is actually saffron. So the next ingredient is adding that. You need to add in a generous pinch of saffron. Well, you get some of the best saffron in the La Mancha region of Spain. You also get some very good variety in Iran as well as Kashmir. Pampore is also known for the best variety of saffron in India. To this, time to add in some chicken stock. Now this is a stock which is made out of chicken bones. I've added some celery stock, some parsley stock, and to this I've also added some garlic. I'm going to add 3 cups of this stock. Time to add in salt. And with this, we need to stir this lightly. Allow this to now simmer, and then we shall move ahead. The next ingredient, and one of the most important ingredients in the paella, is of course the rice. Now the Spaniards use a rice variety which is a short grain called bomba. Of course, it's not available very easily in India, but abroad, of course, you can lay your hands on them. You can use any short grain variety. Of course, the Spaniards won't like you for that, but you can take a choice. There's a very peculiar way of adding this rice to this recipe, and that is actually distributing it like so. You need to add it lengthwise in rows like this, and then you do not need to stir this. Just leave it like that, allow it to cook almost till 3/4 done, and then I'll show you the next step. Now if you notice, the liquid on top has just kind of started to dry, and this is the right time where you need to lower the flame and place in prawns. Along with this, we also need to place in clams or mussels or anything that you have at hand. You need to randomly start placing the remaining seafood that you have. Well, paella for the uninitiated is made in a very special pan which is called the paella pan. Of course, it's not available everywhere, but of course that doesn't stop us from making paella. Well, now is the time for something technical yet again. Well, a paella has a base or a lining which is made of burnt rice. Now that technically is called socrato. To get that right, at this stage, you need to increase the flame and cook this for precisely a minute. And then once that's done, you need to cover this with a lid, reduce the flame and cook this for 8 minutes. While this is cooking, let's also slice some lemons and chop some parsley. It's been 8 minutes and now it's time to unveil the Spanish magic called paella. Of course, the flame and 2 final things. Placing, of course, the slices of lemon and finally dredging some parsley. So here's to celebrating friendship, love, facing fears and making Spanish paella from Zindgi Na Milegi Dobara. Well, do not forget to like and share the video, subscribe to Get Curried and make this in this lifetime because Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.